Hello everyone and welcome to the first look. Today we will take a look at a relatively new IEM, the NiceHCK NX8. This is an 8 driver IEM just launched relatively recently, and NiceHCK actually reached out to me to provide me this copy for the purpose of this first look. Now this is about 200 USD or about 250 to 300 Sing dollars depending on where you get it and how you get it. So without wasting time, let's unbox this, do an initial listen and some comparison. I mean, we are all interested in how it sounds, and you can see a brand new inbox, not yet open. So let's unbox this. So taking out the plastic, before we actually go any further, let's take a look at this specification a little bit behind. You can see these are all the drivers, and then you can see they have some other things here, all combined into a single device. Now this is a tri-bit, so it does have DD, BA, and PZT drivers. So 3 types of drivers inside a single IEM. So very impressive considering the price that they are asking for. So without wasting time, let me continue on the unboxing itself. So once you open up the box, you can see the 2 IEMs here. This is a case of, tips, quite a lot of them. The IEMs. This is the case. Cables and cleaning. Some interchangeable filters. 4.4 cable. So this is about it. The full set here. The IEMs, tips, some interchangeable filters, cables, box, cleaning item, and then a cable tie, and that's really what's inside. Without wasting time, let's have a closer look at the IEM. So this is actually the IEM itself. Let me tear away this plastic, and you can see this is how it looks like. Relatively nice plate though. It looks a little bit like some nebula kind of design, so pretty good. Then we turn to the side. This is a flush tip. And you can easily plug any cable you want into it without worrying. Now let's take a look at the tip itself. This is the filter, and then this is the tip. Now the tip has a lip, so it does mean that you can easily fix, ear tips into it quite simply. Overall, I think it's a very simple IEM, very well done and polished. There's a few vents here, one here and then the other here. I'm not sure if this is a vent or not, but definitely I think this is a vent. And then one more vent on top. So that's really about it. This is how it looks like. You can see, size-wise, in real life, it looks like a mid-size IEM, not very big, not very small, considering that it is 8 drivers. So if you want to put in the perspective of comparison, this is the Noir. You can see they are quite similar in size and also quite similar in thickness. I mean, the Noir is a bit thicker a little bit. This is a slightly chunkier IEM compared to this one. So let's take a look at the cable a little too. This is the cable. It's a 4.4, the version I requested. And you can see its connection. I believe this is pure copper cable, very nicely braided. Not super high end, but I think acceptable. So let me plug everything up and then we'll do an initial listen. While I was just now trying to fix the tip on, I actually unscrewed it to take a look. Now this looks exactly the same, so I don't think this is meant to change any sound while not changing the filter itself. Maybe there will be some in the future, but at least for now, this is meant to be kind of like a fixed tip. It doesn't have any special color or differences to it. So I have fixed everything up, and let's have an initial listen and then do some comparisons later on. So I have tried the IEMs with the Loto Pore Gold Touch. Now this is a bit of the warmer, smoother type of player, and together with this IEM, I did notice a few things. Firstly, with this IEM sound, I think it is more on the slightly warmer side. I'm not too sure, is it the Loto Pore Gold Touch? I don't think it affects that much. Probably the IEM sound itself. Now the IEM notable things are, I would say, as very upfront and powerful vocals. Vocals are very clean, clear, and forward. So if you like forward vocals, this is probably the IEM. And the next thing is the bass. The bass is punchy, it is clean and quick. Punchy bass, pretty good. Now, the texture of the bass is also really nice in certain songs, such as I tried just now, I Know Akuruhi, Heartbeat. The background bass, I'll say as texture is really nice for this IEM. And as I said once again, the mids are upfront. For vocals, they are very forward, almost close to in your face kind of sound, at least based on what I heard with this setup. Instruments are also very clean, very clear, and very, I would say, as correct when you are playing this IEM in this configuration here. I did notice that treble is present, but not a lot, and also there is no sibilance. It doesn't feel like the type that will have a little bit of a hotter, spicier top. This feels a bit more milder top, and that's really how I feel about the sound signature there, right? No sibilance is a very notable thing, even in Ibarra, which is very well known for having some sibilance with most devices. There is no sibilance when I'm trying out with this NX8. Now, there are a few downsides where I heard, just now, without even comparison, I think the soundstage is a little bit small. It doesn't go anywhere past my ears, no matter what song I tried on it. It's a small soundstage. And the next thing is that I would say is when there are a lot of instruments playing in the mids, it can get a little bit, I would say, as messy. So the instruments are not like very well separated and very clean layered kind. It is mushed together a little bit in the mids. So if you are playing very, very complex track in the mids, I feel, at least based on what I heard, it can be a touch messy. But this is only when the track is relatively complicated, which means that you have both vocals, instruments, bass, and a little bit of treble all mixing in together, and the mids wise, maybe 3-4 instruments. And it's very common in pop songs, and it will get a little bit messy. And I wouldn't say it's congested, but things just get pushed together a little bit too tight for my comfort. Now, that is, of course, listening to the IEM in isolation. Next, I will actually try a comparison. Now, I didn't bring all my IEMs with me, so the only one I have now is the Pilgrim Noir. I'm currently out of Singapore, so I only have a few IEMs with me. It's either something really, really cheap or in this range, which is almost about 3 times the price. Is a bit expensive, but I will compare it and then give you guys a understanding on what's the difference between both of them. So I have tried the Pilgrim Noir versus the NX8, and the NX8 definitely, I would say, have a better mix. It is like more full-bodied, more powerful, more upfront, really, really, I would say, smooth, filled up, and if you ask me, a little bit more natural sounding for the mids wise. Now, when it comes to the bass, I would say as the NX8 is also superior. The bass notes, the feeling of the bass, and also the texture of the bass, I think the NX8 does it, I would say, a bit more aggressively, but also more enjoyable to me. It feels like it rumbles, and there's a lot of this atmosphere, or I would say as ambient sound of the bass in the tracks. Now, this means also that I believe the NX8 exaggerates the bass a little bit, but it does make the music sound better. But that said, it also feels that the mids are a little bit too upfront at times, and it also affects like the layering, the separation of the sound. I think the Pilgrim Noir, as what I said just now, the separation is just superior to the NX8. Things are a little bit more separated, especially when you have a little bit more complicated tracks. Now, for the highs wise, anything in the higher mids and into the highs, I'll say as the Pilgrim Noir is a bit more correct. I would say it's a bit more brighter, a bit more sparklier, and it also feels a little bit more correct, especially when you hear things like cymbals, bells, feels a bit more natural there. For the Pilgrim Noir versus the NX8, the NX8 feels like they lost kind of like a lot of energy, so the highs just don't feel as energetic as it should be for those type of instruments. Soundstage wise, the Pilgrim Noir is also bigger. I mean, it's really no surprise, as I said just now, the NX8 feels a bit small. So where do I put both of these IEMs? Now, if you are listening to vocal heavy tracks, I would say as the NX8 is superior. So a lot of these slower songs, I Know Akuruhi or Heartbeat, the NX8 is just smoother, nicer, more natural for the female vocals especially, and also for those instruments in the mids, lower mids, fantastic on the NX8. Now, if you're listening to something a bit more metal, like for, my songs will be some of the more energetic Ado songs, I feel that the Pilgrim Noir is a bit more spicier, a bit more lively, because of, I guess, the treble part of things. The NX8 feels a little bit more dull in those times, and then when you also mix a lot of treble and mid instrument, I find that the separation suffers on the NX8, while the Pilgrim Noir will separate them out properly. But it does show that the NX8 is superior if you are listening to any music that is mainly in the mids and the lows. It's just superior. It is a lot more enjoyable, especially when I hear I Know Akuri just now. That smoothness in Ado's voice was really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And when I was hearing some of the YOASOBI tracks, YOASOBI tracks, some of them can be very modern and energetic. Some of them can be quite smooth, like Heartbeat. It was also beautiful on the NX8. Now, if you're not listening to tracks with a lot of treble or, no noticeable type of massive instrument mix, I would say as the NX8 is probably superior to the Pilgrim Noir. And once you have a lot of instruments inside, you want a bigger soundstage. And if you want, I would say as more treble energy, then the Pilgrim Noir is a superior one. So it's not like a clear win for the Pilgrim Noir, even though it costs 3 times the price. For those things that is better, it is significantly better. But for those things that is not as good as the NX8 is actually significantly better. So interesting, right? Mids and lows, the NX8 is just mind-blowingly better than the Pilgrim Noir. Now, that is, of course, for listening tests. Next, I will do a little bit of measurement before I will end off this entire first look. So I did a measurement, as you can see on the screen here. Now, I don't feel that the measurements itself say much, other than, yes, it has quite a bit of bass energy. There's quite elevated in terms of presence, especially the 3 to 4K. And then it shows you a ripple in the treble itself. It kind of don't explain why I feel that the treble isn't that much and that accurate. Neither do it explain why is there a lot of body. Maybe the slope, as you can see, is not as steep. Maybe that's the reason. But overall, the chart is as it is. Now, if you do compare it with the Pilgrim Noir's chart, surprisingly, they look very similar. There is a slight touch more bass on the NX8, but if you see the chart, it doesn't show there is more treble. Neither does it show that, the mids are less energetic. It's kind of interesting. I mean, they sound totally different, even though the measurements are not that far apart. So, I mean, take it with what you perceive, but this is the measurements, and my measurements are always very consistent. It's always this coupler with these tips and with a single-ended cable to make it consistent. But this is how it looks like, and personally, I really can't tell why the measurements are like this for this particular sound, and it may be due to other factors such as insertion depth and what's not. And that's really about it. This is the first look of the NiceHCK NX8. Overall, I do think that the NX8 is a really nice sounding IEM, surprisingly nice sounding. And I really don't have complaints on the general sound, other than the soundstage is a little bit small and separation could have been better. But to be fair, I did not compare it to an IEM of similar price. I don't have one now. But, compared to the Pilgrim Noir, you can see the downsides of this IEM. But it also shows the good sides, which is the excellent, forward sounding mids. And then the bass that is really good. Anything in the low to mids are fantastic here. Anything to the higher mids to treble, I don't feel that it is that great. But, it depends on your sound type. If you live mainly listening to female vocals, which can be sometimes a bit harsh to some people, this IEM makes it fantastic sounding. Now, if you are listening to tracks with a lot of instruments, I feel that there's probably IEMs out there that can do a slightly better job in those instruments and separation. But if you're listening to most songs, I don't think that you will face the problem that I talk about. No, and separation itself, unless you're going a lot more high end with a better separation and a bigger soundstage, I think this is pretty much very good for 200 USD. And that's really about it. This is the first look of the NX8 from NiceHCK. Overall, I think it is a very competent IEM with excellent mids, excellent bass. And if you are into those frequencies, this is the IEM for you. And I'll see you guys the next time. Bye bye.